Second stream, this time without DMCA claims, removing the audio. So I'm going to try and do this. So, two things to update on in Pike compared to last stream. First up, I'm using a Heracross. Heracross is Guts, Choice Band, Hidden Power Bug, Rock Slide, Brick Break. That's wrong. No, I'm going to have to change this. That's meant to be Earthquake. Okay, real fast changing of the move. I won't end stream. Shram. I'll have to close this. So yeah, why are we running Heracross? So Heracross is basically because I was not feeling comfortable with the way that status was working with Tauros on the team. It didn't feel comfortable. And Heracross offers something a bit different, which is the fact that I can afford to run Rest to try and force oh no, do I have sub mode on or something, BBs? Thank you for the good luck. Anyway, I'm very quickly on my Nintendo PC changing the set. I had a feeling that I would have rushed something out and forgotten something. Oh, hold on. Professional streamer. Oh, you need a phone number. Maybe I should disable that. Right, is Heracross fixed? We are fixed. The magic of the Nintendo PC. Anyway, there has been an update. There's been an update to Pike. So a new glitch was found. A new bug was found in Pike, which outdates my old YouTube video. And the way that this works is a bit complicated, but it's basically to deal with when your team is fully healed in Pike, the Pike is meant to disable the way that certain rooms appear. And we assumed that it wasn't bugged, but it is bugged. And basically what it means is that when you get a hint, when your team is fully healed and you get a hint, there is no randomness in that hint. The chance of it being people, if it says people, it's guaranteed to be a single battle. If it's whispering, I've forgotten what it is now. If it's whispering, it's guaranteed to be NPC. If it's nostalgia, it's guaranteed to be status. And if it's aroma, it's guaranteed to be wild Pokemon. I'm just going to double check that that's correct. I'm actually going to jump into the code really quickly. So yeah, yet another bug with Pike, but this one is kind of like, I don't want to say it's good, but it reduces the randomness, which is interesting. Another part of this bug is the fact that it's doing some logic wrong means that the chance of generating a presence with people hint when your team is fully healed is much higher than it should be. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that well. It'll be simpler, perhaps, if I demonstrate it live. Just double check what the enum is on the first hint type. Oh my god, this code, the Game Freak code is horrendous. Where is it? Yeah. So Whispering guarantees NPC and not double battle. So basically, if you're fully healed, you're in a good position unless you get the people hint. And the people hint is 50% to appear. And then the other hints are 1/6 to appear. So yeah, it might be easier if I just sort of demonstrate this live. So Latios and Blissey unchanged. I have a few new weaknesses with Heracross on the team. So Dodrio is quite scary, for example. Obviously. I'm also a little bit scared of opposing Heracross. This is Gen 3. So opposing Heracross also don't have very good moves against me. I would love to run Facade on Heracross, but I thought about it a lot and I'm like, if I fail the Heracross gut setup, I'm dead. So right now, I'm fully healed. There's a 50% chance this is Presence of People, and then it's 1/6 for all the other hints. Path in the center, Presence of People. So this is the most likely hint. I forgot to turn on the tracker. I knew I'd forget something. If I go back here, this is such a scuff stream. Yeah, so waiting room. So anyway, Path in the center is Presence of People. This is guaranteed to be a single battle with no healing. So I have to take another room. And we run into a single battle, that's usually fine. Let me bring up the trainer list. So Caitlyn is set 2 Pokemon. So this is Umbreon 2, which is a tiny bit scary. It's very, very likely to double team. I'm considering attacking, just so it's not at full. But I think it's probably a better idea to go straight to Heracrod. I do have a bit of a choice on what move to use. Brick Break won't always kill. Hidden Power won't kill. Brick Break is probably a better move to lock into. Let's have a quick look at her team. It's Triathlete Caitlyn. She's got a pretty diverse team. If Dusclops or Mischievous 2 come out, I don't mind. Celements 2 also isn't the threatening Celements, and neither is Gyarados 2. So I'm thinking the Brick Break is the better move to lock into. Okay, I got the first miss. It's not great. Hit this one, that's big. It does live. Okay. But it still hasn't used Curse. We are probably fine. And we do get healed at the end of this battle. So Houndoom 2 is out next. Thanks, Zizo. I'm thinking I stay in. I might have a bit of an opportunity to set up Calm Mind. That's the major consideration. Because I could paralyze. The problem is it's got Raw, so I don't get a big setup. And I don't want to get crit. Even if it's a crit Fire Blast, I don't want that to happen. It's probably better to just kill this. Hard to imagine me scuffing up a 3 versus 1 situation. Yeah. Houndoom is also a good example of a Pokemon where it's important that Heracross is Jolly and not Adamant. So it's Charizard 2. I don't want this to set up, but it's not going to set up against Heracross because it's just going to Aerial Ace. The real question is, what do I want to do if I sack Heracross? It might be better to go Blissey now and Thunder Wave. Got to be a bit careful of Charizard because it is Bright Powder. But if I hit Thunder Wave and I start Seismic Tossing it, then Heracross can actually be useful. And I probably don't want Blissey to be healthy anyway. Yes, Choice Band Rest for wild Pokemon. And we didn't miss the Thunder Wave. That's a big deal. That's fine. We don't kill with this Seismic. I'd have to get a 1% double miss to be in trouble. And Charizard also has a crit Latios. I think this is the best path forward. My cute charm doesn't attract you. So we get healed here, which means we go back to having the chance of the hint being presence of people is 50%. Unfortunately, it's presence of people. So basically the way this works is if I don't get presence of people, it's a free room. It's either wild, NPC, or status. I mean, status isn't free, but, you know, whatever. Remember when I was using choice specs protect, but yeah. So we can't take the center room because it's... Okay, so we got another single battle. If I took the center room, it was guaranteed to be single battle without healing, which is the most dangerous thing I think you can face. It's not a good lead. I mean, honestly, Metagross did become quite a lot worse without Tauros as well. Heracross versus Metagross is a really scuffed matchup. I'm just thinking because it's a psychic trainer. This isn't a Dragon Claw Latios. I'm not good into psychic trainers with it. Hidden Power Bug is Heracross's hidden power. So we don't give up the 150 speed tier, which is a pretty big deal. I don't want to risk those kind of speed ties against other base 85s, but it's better than being slower. Soldew Latios would be outrageously broken. So yeah, I could keep Latios in here. Latios has got a strange matchup into a lot of the psychic Pokemon because it can't hit them with stab, basically, this Latios, because I'm running Ice Beam for some of the bigger threats. So the problem is I don't have good prospects if I switch. It might be correct to just stay in and Thunderbolt. I think Bright Powder Latios with Soldier would still have a weakness for Bright Powder against Bright Powder. But it would be outrageously broken. It would be by far the best regular Pokemon you could bring. I don't think I want to risk Blissey against Psychic Trainer. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep Latios in or go Heracross. Heracross can backfire quite badly if it's a crit or if I get Quick Claw. God, Quick Claw Metagross is so horrendous, particularly 5 and 8. I don't really want to give Metagross 3 a chance to double team as well. I'm seriously considering just staying in here, actually. Okay, Shadow Ball. And no Shell Bell healing, so this is Metagross 4. So it's a Quick Claw set. The Paralysis? Oh my god, is Latios going to win this 1v1? No. I could actually go Blissey. It's probably better to go Blissey. At least that way I'm not risking Quick Claw, no paralysis, Psychic. Please don't crit me. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not good. It should be okay. Okay. I'm thinking I just oh, it's tricky, isn't it, with Hypno 2 in the pool, actually. Because Hypno 2 can Psychic randomly. Sometimes. We do know that there's no super effective move against Blissey in the back. It does make me think that we're probably keeping Blissey. What I'm considering is Thunderwave here, because I'm worried about Hypno 2. Hypno 3 and 4 have Lum, but I think it's fine if it's Hypno 3 and 4. The worst case scenario would be Thunderwave, Lumberry, Mega Kick crit. That would be unlucky. Yeah, the paralysis was a misplay, I think. I definitely want to paralyze in case it's Hypno 2, I think. Okay, it's 3 or 4, and it's 4. We are very safe here. The worst thing that can happen is a special defense drop. And if that does happen, we actually just have to hurry up and kill it faster. Yeah. It's rough because the final Pokemon could, I mean, it's quite likely to be another special attacker. At only -2, I'm still, I mean, at only -1 special defense, I'm still doing okay. So if I kill it here, I do get another tick of leftovers. I think that's probably better than healing and risking another drop. Okay, Zapdos. It's not Zapdos. Not Zapdos 1. That's Lumberry. It's not too bad. I mean, I do wonder if I should T-Wave it or not. Because if I T-Wave it, then Zapdos 3 and 4 are going to want to start to T-Wave me. Obviously, Heracross is terrible into Zapdos. Yeah, 3-stream watch streak. My intuition is to just soft-boiled and reevaluate the Aaron cry. Okay, so it's double team. In some ways, that's the best case scenario because I can now Thunderwave Teely freely. I am at -1 though, so a crit Thunder would do over half quite easily. I don't want to go Heracross though. What I want to do is hit Seismic and not worry about double team quite so much. I think if this paralyzes me, okay, it's gone for Drill Peck. It must be quite close between Drill Peck and Thunder on what is the stronger move. I was expecting Thunder. But that's important damage. I've got it so it's less likely to double team now. I think if it paralyzes me, I'm going to have to switch. I think that's what this comes down to. Okay, but no paralysis. Okay. That's a big hit, because now Heracross can kill. So from now on, we're not going to switch, even if Bissy gets paralyzed, I think. Or I might still switch. Okay. Bit scary. A bit of a scary team now, actually. With the Metagross lead and Zapdos in the back. So we're healed again. So the aroma of Pokemon. This is the new discovery. This is guaranteed to be a wild battle. It can't be single battle with healing because of the Pike bug. So I'm guaranteed wild battle. And what I'm going to do in this room is, first up, I'm going to make sure that Latios uses a Psychic against Seviper, so Latios can be healed. Yeah, a new Pike bug. So if you're fully healed, the Pike doesn't generate rooms properly. And the hints it generates are actually deterministic, there's no randomness involved. Okay, so waiting for Seviper. Perfect. So I use Psychic here, and now Latios is considered to be damaged. Important that I'm damaged. But I also need to damage the other two. Just thinking out loud, the ideal status on Heracross, yeah, because I've used a PP. The ideal status on Heracross is actually Burn. So this, the Wild Dusclops here are Toxic and Will-O-Wisp. I'm pretty sure I kill her with a Guts boosted Earthquake. I don't know, it's random IVs, right? That's the ideal case. Okay, good. So what we'll do now is wait for Milotic to show up. So Blissey can switch in and use 1 PP against it. Dusclops is more likely than Seviper and Milo. It's just how the Pike works. So if I hadn't been burned by that Dusclops, I would have used Rest. Probably. I don't know, actually. If I'd been trapped, I would have to have killed it. Are you talking in terms of lore? I've got no idea. The Pike is like someone's vivid nightmare. Okay, there's Milo. We can now go Blissey. That's fine. What I'll do is aromatherapy. And soft-boiled. It's free, I guess. It missed hypnosis. Okay. So this is important because I am now damaged. Oh my god, I use aromatherapy. I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Give me the good RNG. I'll have to kill this. Okay. Okay. Once again, I don't want to go too low on Earthquake PP. I could come in on It does. I think the overlay. I'll have to change that for next stream. I can't change that right now. I don't want to get crit by sludge bomb is a thing. I shouldn't have used aromatherapy. I was not thinking clearly then. Finally. I actually do care about Heracross's PP enough to do this. And now I'll heal Blissey here. Don't really want to be asleep either. Okay. We are finally ready. God, that took a long time. We're going to do that every single time. But we are now fully damaged, which is important because if we get a partial heal room, we'll still be in a damaged state. Because the partial heal room can only heal 1 or 2 Pokemon. So because we're damaged, this can be a full heal room, and it can also be the single battle no healing. But we don't want either one. Okay. Luckily, we are already damaged. We do not have to play this one properly. So Nostalgia, it can be status. It can also be partial heal. I don't want to take either, really. I would rather do a single battle, because I'm about to go into the last few rooms. There's only actually 3 rooms left in terms of actual rooms. It is actually a single battle, no healing. That is the worst outcome possible. So unlike other battles, I want to do my very best to win this by as much as possible, because I'm not getting healed at the end. Do I stay in? Can't do it on... Yeah, you can't do anything with the Switch version. Yeah. Do I stay in? Am I afraid of Medicham 4? Like, a little bit. I miss Taurus. I could switch, actually, here. The problem with switching is that it is possible for Medicham 3 to Dynamic Punch Latios. Dynamic Punch can do more damage than Ice Punch. It's probably correct to switch to Blissey, though. Heracross's Hidden Power Bug. I think I'm switching. Oh, but Medicham 1 might high jump kick. It's unlikely. Oh, I'm gonna stay in, actually. So what's weird about single battle no healing is that if this match starts to go badly, I might want to have 1 Pokemon left instead of 2. Because if I only have 1 Pokemon left, the Pike will disable double battle rooms. It's difficult to know what to do here. I don't really want the Tom Pass to ever be a thing. Okay, good. At +2, Latios should sweep, really. Okay, that's not a fighting type, but I'll let you off the hook. Cool. Okay, that's about as well as the battle can possibly go. So it's Nostalgia. This is the big question. This is the big question. Do I want to risk this being a status room? Because the fear is it's a status room, which is a 50-50, and then it's freeze or sleep. And Latios and Blissey kind of put out of action. At least Heracross is already statused. If I take another room and it's single battle, I then absolutely must dodge the last battle. So the room after this, I'll be trying to dodge a battle no matter what, but it's a question of what to do right now. I feel like it's better to risk this than to risk running into a double or single battle right before the end. Okay, perfect. It's only one. I hope it's not Heracross. Okay, that's fine. So Whispering. So I can take a guaranteed not single battle. Heracross is burned. This is about as good as a double battle setup ever gets, and it's not even a double battle. Okay. On the left, presence of people. It's guaranteed to be a single battle. That is also the most likely hint by far. Okay, it's wild. It's time to do the thing. I can go Blissey here. It's fine. So Blissey's done the thing. Latios has done the thing. So we do see Dusclops still in these rooms. We are early enough in the streak, but past 280, Dusclops disappears from the wild rooms and gets replaced by Electrode. Electrode is a bit scary because a speed boosting nature on Electrode means it can outspeed Heracross. Now, Heracross should never be leading, but if Latios faints and they enter a wild room with Electrode, that is a little bit scary. The Dusclops would never stop earlier, and now I can't find one. Okay. Just immediate Wisp. The real question is, what do I do if it Toxics? Okay, that's not toxic. I have to attack because I can't let it use Mean Look and I get locked into rest with Shadow with Choice Band. That's a really bad outcome. Toxic. Okay, that's really good for me. So it can be slightly better than this. I can get burned instead. However, I should probably leave here while I'm still got PP left, because I can spend forever using Soft Boiled in the overworld. So Whispering, obviously, because I'm damaged, this can easily be blank or double battle. I'm well prepared for a double battle right now. Of course, it always can backfire. Double battle's always a little bit risky. Logan and Ferris. So, Altissimo asked me earlier this week if it's a real double battle, if it's a real multi-battle and they both bring one Pokemon, or if it's a fake one. So I'm looking at these. I'm looking at the roster for Ferris. Ferris is Arcanine, Blaziken, Charizard, Dragonite, Dusclops, Flareon, Gengar, Houndoom, Magmar, Mischievous, Ninetales, Rapidash, Typhlosion. So these aren't Ferris's Pokemon. These are both Logan's Pokemon, which means they're both set 4. That's right, right? Are these both on his team? They are. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, good to know. Anyway, we need to remove them. Strongest move is Brick Break. I think these are all double battles. These are not actually multi-battles. So the game generates 2 trainers, but only the first trainer sends out Pokemon. Weird, but yeah. And I'm pretty sure Pyramid is the same way. Presence on the right, and the screen reader didn't pick it up. Okay, cool. So it can be both. I don't want a single battle. I also don't want a full heal, because then I enter a healed state quite early on in the challenge. Wild Pokemon is fine. Just want to be careful about my step count since I am taking overworld damage. How is Heracross doing? We're at 104, so we're out of range of most, like, stab moves still. But I guess by the time we do another battle, we might be sub 100, which is a little bit dicey. We'd be in the range of some weaker coverage moves then. I might want to use Soft Boiled here. I think I am going to. It's kind of free. So Soft Boiled, and then find a Milo. I can, technically speaking... I think I'll wait for Milo. It's safer than Survivor for Blissey to heal on. Here we go. So technically speaking, it is actually safer for me to do this, because I'm not taking steps. Can I generate encounters here? If I could. Man. So what did I do today? Well, I opened the ancient game that almost no one plays anymore, and I just spent most of the time in the room that's considered free. There we go. All of that to heal Heracross by like 30 HP, which genuinely might make a difference actually, so I'm not gonna complain. So Whispering, we are fine for double battles. It is another double battle. So I'm pretty sure Last Josie is going to send out both Pokemon. Last Josie is a set 4 trainer. Dodrio and Raichu. I'm pretty sure these are both. I mean, it said Josie sent out Dodrio anyway, so it definitely isn't. Right, it definitely isn't any set on Dodrio, which is the risk. Anyway. I guess Raichu has Bright Powder. If Raichu gets a move in, though, it's going to Thunder Wave Latios, almost certainly. So I'd have to miss, like, 3 moves. The paralysis to go through. Although losing Lum would suck. Too much ABBA. Presence of people. I don't want to do that right now. Once again, at the end of this stream, I will check the HP on Heracross. This is why burners do superior status. I can't use items. Yep, it's time to do it again. How do I solve the poison on Blissey actually? Just thinking the best way to do that. Because I don't want to switch to Blissey on Dusclops. I think I'm waiting for Milo. So I go Heracross. I'm gonna have to use Overworld. I'm gonna have to use this again. It's a good thing that Softboil doesn't have 5 PP like it does in modern generations. I am actually able to do this. It's so dumb. So if Milo uses Toxic here, I have to repeat the entire cycle. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. In the center, Aroma of Pokemon. So because I'm damaged, this can be wild battle. It can also be single battle with healing. I don't love that as an option, but it's definitely better than the alternatives. Okay, it's basically a free room. One for one. I'm not gonna heal that. So if last room, we always just try and dodge the battle because it's the last room. So Nostalgia is never a battle, which is good for us. So 50% this is presence of people. Aroma of Pokemon. Okay, rare but useful. It's guaranteed to be wild, so I'm guaranteed to get hurt. Perfect. Take the chance. Perfect. I guess, technically speaking, I should make sure I damage Blissey first, so I don't potentially have to use aromatherapy. That sucks. I'm gonna have to go Heracross. I'll have to repeat this. I don't want to switch Heracross into that. I still need to lose a Psychic PP against Survivor as well. I'm just running up and down here so I don't take any toxic damage. You know what? I might actually run Facade in the next stream. Rest is too conservative. I don't need it. I guess I would really want it if Blissey ever fainted. And you do it again. God, you're so good at this, Milo. Okay. Miss, and I guess I should Thunder Wave Milo if I do this. I go Blissey, then Thunder Wave, then Heracross. Anyway, I have successfully done it. Heracross is a bit damaged, but I don't want to Psycho Fuel that again. Off on the right, presence of people. Do not want single battle. Also, don't really want full heal. Okay, so Page Royal. So this is the reason why we went through so much trouble in the previous room. I'm starting to realise, did I actually use... I didn't use Psychic. I'm fully healed. I forgot to use Psychic on a Wild Survivor. Classic. So that's guaranteed single battle. This... Okay, I'll do it properly this time. It's Latios down. Yes. I mean, some are more realistic than others. I am running Earthquake. The overlay might need updating though. It is technically better for me to run into a Milo before a Dusclops, but I can't control it. Right. New carpal tunnel unlock. I need to get status wherever the Pokemon. What do you think Lucy would say if she could see us doing this? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get carpal tunnel doing this for too long. Please, please put me out of my misery. Wild encounter. I'm actually not poisoned. I don't have to do it. Okay, burn me. Perfect. Are you there? We are having fun. Please, just don't use Toxic. You know what? That's good enough. So that can be anything. We're dodging it. I mean, it can be a battle. Distinct aroma of Pokemon. It is a 50% chance for it to be healing going into room 11, which I don't like, because if I'm healed into room 11, 50% chance I get the single trainer no healing quote, and then I have to go on the other room, and then I think it's a 20% chance I get statused. But I did the calculation for this earlier. The chance of getting really screwed, which is specifically in the last two rooms, you go heal, avoid trainer, status. The status is freeze or sleep, and then on the next game on the next room you can't dodge the trainer. It's 3%. And actually, because this can be wild Pokemon, it's actually 1.5%. Okay, it's back to 3%. I'm a little bit concerned by potential Ninetales free. It's 4. Okay, that's the burn. I still don't really want to go Latios, though. Serious question is, do I want to aromatherapy or not? Probably not. Okay, that sucks a little bit. But I should snap out on this turn. It's the final turn of the longest possible confuse, and then I don't want to get confused raid again. I don't want to switch and lose Lumberry. We'll stay in. We're burned, but it's okay. It is a battle girl. I was really expecting a Pokemon with a fighting move to come in, but it isn't one. So that means the final Pokemon does not have a fighting move. Which weirdly makes Blissey incredibly useful, very likely, instead of probably almost useless. They were really not, because it's a battle girl, they have fighting and fire types, basically. The number of fighting types without a fighting move is tiny. It's very likely, I feel, that the final Pokemon is also a fire type, and therefore I'm seriously considering going Heracross, even though I could be going Heracross into Flamethrower and Overheat. I could just heal. I could just stay in and soft boiled. It's not great into Flareon 2, which is probably the most dangerous Flareon. Alien. I think potentially then, even though I'm burned, it might be better to just Thunder Wave. Because what we're really doing with Thunder Wave is we're making sure that we don't get too high on HP and encourage too many curses. I'm never losing to Flareon 3. I'm also never losing to Flareon 1. It would be 2 or 4, which would be problems. And they both need Quick Claw activations. Quite a lot of them. I think I'm going to Thunder Wave. Okay. What am I at? 200. That'll be double edge range. That's really awkward. I don't want you to curse again, but I also don't love losing Blissey, knowing it's probably a fire type in the back. Heavily considering going Heracross. Heracross can be crit, yes, but... Oh, I forgot I was damaged. Okay. It's probably a fire type in the back. I guess I keep Latios for it. I'm then a little bit worried about being Houndoom, but I have Heracross still alive. I think Blissey dies. Yeah, it sucks. Let me have a quick look at your team. Battle Girl. Yeah, they do have a lot of fire types. The thing is, a lot of these fire types actually carry fighting moves on quite a lot of their sets. Magmar, Blaziken. It's this. Yeah, they got a lot of fire types. And of course, they could have Heracross. Heracross also possible. It's not really more Hariyama or something. I think I'm fine. It is likely that Blissey would be useful, but I'm really worried about switching and Curse. I think the downside there is massive. Particularly if I play on the assumption that Flareon's going to get one Quick Claw. Yeah, it did Curse again. It's now guaranteed to double edge. I probably do more damage to it on average by using Soft Boiled first here. That's so funny. Look how much it took. That must be seismic range. And even if it's not, it would be dead to recoil. Okay, what do you got last? Okay, it's Medicham. So it's Medicham 4. The others all have a fighting move. It must be Medicham 4. I always win. I was surprised it didn't Quick Claw as well. Okay, that's fine. You dislike a Battle Girl? So yeah, a little bit nervous here. So ideally, we do not get the hint of presence of people. Left, presence of people. So the question, this is actually an unanswered question, is do I want to risk a single battle with no healing into another room? Or do I want to risk specifically the status room? If I get the status room, all of my Pokemon will get hit by a status. It's random which one. I think I'd be fine as long as it's not freeze or sleep. Okay, it's doubles. That's good. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Davin sends out both Pokemon. Nidoqueen, there's Doreen as well. Is Nidoqueen considered a dragon? It is. Okay, it is. Yeah, this is 2 Pokemon from Davin. I'm gonna have to think about whether or not I attack Latias with Nidoqueen is definitely a dragon. I'm gonna think about what I do here actually. It's probably a double into the Latios slot. I mean, Latias slot. That is my gut feeling. So Nido Queen 1 probably uses counter. Nido Queen 2 will probably aerial ace Heracross. Nido Queen 3 will pick a random target with either Ice Beam or Flamethrower. And then Nido Queen 4 is also going to pick a random target pretty much. Oh no, Nido Queen 4 will Earthquake. So will Nido Queen 2. So Nido Queen 2 will Earthquake or Aerial Ace, depending on whether or not it sees the kill into Heracrod. Okay. I mean, that just makes me want to attack Latias even more. What can go wrong with targeting Latias? The biggest thing is obviously Quick Claw. Yeah, Quick Claw by far the worst. Bright Powder not quite so bad because at least then it's not going to do anything except Thunderwave me. Just thinking here because I am looking into Choice Band. Ice Beam could crit Latios. That is possible. Okay, no Quick Claw. That's big damage, but it's not dead. So, Nido Queen is now guaranteed to Earthquake because the ghost of Latias is still there in the AI, and it sees that Earthquake is a move that is. Latias is immune to Earthquake, so it gets like a boosted score. So it's guaranteed to use Earthquake here. So what I'm going to do is switch. Because I want to keep Heracross alive. I won't heal yet. Aroma of Pokemon. Single battle. How many times do I want a softball? Heracross being at basically 0 is really bad, I feel. I'm equal chances to run into a single battle or a double battle by avoiding the center room. And then a double battle Heracross is way more important than Blissey. Why rest? So in wild rooms, I have a source of healing that isn't reliant on Blissey. Anyway, this is fine because it's the end of the challenge. I think the next time I play, I'll run Facade. I think Facade has enough use cases to outnumber Rest. But Rest is very interesting. So Whispering, this is guaranteed to be NPC. It can't actually be a double battle. That is part of the new Pike bug. Well, it's not new, but it's newly understood. So it's Nostalgia. That is guaranteed to be status. This early, that's fine. Wisp on Heracross. Perfect. That's amazing. Center, Whispering. Definitely taking that. Okay. So it's Mason sending out both Pokemon, Vaporeon and Armaldo, right? Are those both on his roster? They are. Yeah, these are both set 4 Pokemon then. Okay, new question is, who do I target? Who is more important to kill? My my gut reaction is obviously Armaldo. I'm wondering if I could get away with Brick Break into Armaldo and T-Bot into Vaporeon. I probably don't get away with it. Vaporeon is very likely to Acid Armor anyway, though. It is definitely Armaldo is the better target. What is a bit scary is Vaporeon could crit an Ice Beam into Latios, and then Heracross would be Earthquaking Blissey. Unfortunately, Vaporeon doesn't take very much from Thunderbolt. This Vaporeon is especially bulky set with Calm Nature. Okay, perfect. We were expecting that. I'm actually going to use Thunderbolt. It is very rare for PP to master on Latios, but it can happen. This is perfect because I'm actually damaged on Latios and Heracross because Latios used up PP as well. Aroma of Pokemon. I probably should take that. It's a little bit awkward. But if I get nostalgia in the room after this, I can still justify that, probably. I would like this to be wild Pokemon. Okay. Pedro is set 4. It's a 21 IV Metacham, so I am alive if it does Shadow Ball and at high rolls. I don't think switching is ever a good line. Like, I'd be going Blissey into the Shadow Ball, and then I'd be going Heracross into the Mega Kick. The problem with that is I'm still running the risk of the same crit. I'm also not sure. I'm not sure if Heracross would survive Mega Kick and burn damage. So the next question is whether I Calm Mind or I just Psychic. After Calm Mind, Psychic always kills. The reason why I might want a Psychic is because Metacham could crit me. But I think if I'm crit, I'm going Heracross and killing it anyway, so I'm just going to Calm Mind. Okay. Kang. This is a Bright Powder set. Pretty deadly, actually. It's good into Blissey. It has Aerial Ace, and Latios can miss. Do I know anything about the roster? So, it wasn't a Pokemon weak to Latios coming in with a super effective move. That doesn't narrow it down very much, though. There aren't a lot of those. No, there aren't many poison types. My gut is that I stay in. I'm wondering what I do after Latios presumably dies. I'm so scared of missing bright powder. Okay, we didn't miss. You miss. Don't miss. Don't miss, Latios. Don't miss. Okay. This thing is evil. Quick claw fisher set. It's a high roll. It's amazing. God, I don't feel great having Heracross in the team, I'll be honest. I mean, singles is always going to be hard. I'm always going to be a bit vulnerable to singles. Sediments doesn't fix this. Taurus doesn't fix this. Presence of people, but I'm healed. It's guaranteed to be a single battle. This could be bad. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just be careful at the step count. Left, whispering. I can do doubles. That's fine. It's even better. Because I'm out. Mistake. Before I face Lucy, a random number of Pokemon get healed. I don't think it matters at all which ones. I don't think anything changes here. If Seviper gets exceptionally lucky, it can interfere with Latios enough that Latios doesn't sweep. No focus band, so this is over. So because I got intimidated on Gyarados into Latios, the AI thinks that Latios has Intimidate, and it's guaranteed to Earthquake here. If it attacks. Yeah. And that is the Intimidate knowledge glitch. It's funny that Latios so consistently brings it up. Can I at least face him? Yes. It's quite funny how Poison and Burn is almost helpful, but then the others are all varying levels of really bad for you. Oh, nostalgia. It is, of course, guaranteed to be status room. Probably is a good idea to take it. Will-O-Wisp onto Heracross is what I want. It'll only be one Pokemon, it's a first room. Okay, that's not bad though. The timid nature. It's fascinating, isn't it? It's fascinating that they put Curlier and Dusclops both in the game. So he'll generate one of them, and it's like they didn't have to do that. I don't know, it's weird. I guess they wanted it to be more on brand with the expected status move, but it's a bit weird. So Bailey is going to send out both Pokemon, pretty sure. Yeah, Bailey is any set. Obviously, it's Gorbis too, but is any set under Warlord? Gorbis is essentially guaranteed to Rain Dance, I believe. I think I just Earthquake T-Bolt. I think it's very straightforward. Nice Quick Claw. Okay. I am an adult. I swallow frustration. You almost gave my Pokemon. The crit was quite funny. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I took damage, but all of my Pokemon are harmed now, which is what I want. I want to be slightly hurt. Aroma Pokemon. We're definitely taking that this early, I think. Okay. Obviously, Wild was better, but that's okay. Elaine is set 4. It's probably best to go Blissey. At least at the start. Good, and now we Aromatherapy. Yawn actually has no AI. I do want to get at least a little bit of Calm Mind action. So, we still have Lumberry. We've got to remember, Lumberry is not just useful in this match, but potentially in future matches. I could go for more Calm Minds. I'm not risking anything except, I guess I am slightly risking an Ice Beam crit. I don't want to get crit. I also don't want to. I don't want Yawn to use up my Lumberry this early as well. Should I try and win? It's actually quite a good idea to attack at least once anyway, to reduce the chance of the Calm Mind Dream scenario against my Blissey. But I could switch and Seismic. It's not that different. I kind of like doing this because if I crit, I get so far ahead. So I am dead to an Ice Beam crit now. I am fast. I wonder if I want to do the boost war or not. It's better for me to go out, I think. So I want to do a little bit of damage to it to try and discourage the use of too many Calm Minds before Ice Beam spam, because it can freeze just like that. It's doing a good job of not using up Calm Minds. I mean, Ice Beams. Okay, good. God, it's... I feel like it's probably Serene Grace. It's still quite likely to use counter, though. Hey, Crimson. We are... Okay, I instantly snap out. That's fine. So, I am going to play some Pyramids, but Pyramid is like the most solved facility. Pretty much choice band slacking, Lissy, and almost whatever else you want to bring. They kind of just win. Yeah, so Pyramid is the worst facility. People don't like Palace, but I think Pyramid is actually the worst facility because if you are playing casually, it's really hard. It is actually really hard because you don't have the resources to deal with it, and because the Pyramid puts a lot of pressure on you, you end up having to use a lot of the items you get given to avoid dying, which means you run out of items really fast, which makes the Pyramid even harder. So it's like a negative feedback cycle where because it's hard, you use more items, and then it gets harder, and then you use more items, and then that keeps going until you lose. But if you know how to beat the Pyramid, if you've got like the best team, what happens is that it's really easy, so you save up loads of items. So you've got loads of items, so it's easy. So you keep saving more items. It's like a positive feedback loop. And there's like a sweet spot somewhere in the middle where it's like an interesting level of difficult. And I think it's really difficult to find that balance. I think if you ban slaking and you ban Blissey, then maybe it's interesting. Yeah, they like to mix up sets where possible. I mean, slaking does actually have the special attack to pull it off. It's just that Truant is a really bad ability. I'm sure Slaking 4 has killed some unsuspecting noobs before. Nice crit. I don't really want to attack because I'm scared of the final Ice Beam critting like that. Okay. Technically speaking, I should fully PP store this. It's not exciting, but it is safe. I'm doing all of this to make sure that I can get Carmine set up at the end. He's got 2 left. I've lost count slightly. The paralysis turns are really triggering me. I think it's out. I think it's out. It doesn't even matter if it's not out, though. Yeah, banded slacking is really good. You can even run double edge with almost no downside because Blissey can just heal slacking in the overworld. And banned double edge slacking is a disgusting creature. Yeah, maybe there should be a max on switching. Ludicolo? It's Ludicolo 4, right? It doesn't even matter, to be honest. Yeah, it was alone. It was Luco 4. Left, Nostalgia. It's guaranteed to be status. At this point in the Pike, it would be 2 status effects onto 2 of my Pokemon. I wonder if I should take this. The problem is that if I get frozen on 2 Pokemon, I am kind of out of action for doubles, and then I have to start risking single battle no healing rooms. What if Blissey gets too low HP? You can probably heal, well, most of the time in Pyramid, you can heal on wild Pokemon, but you can also just heal Blissey with items anyway. Yeah, like Nick said. But you can probably heal on wild Pokemon. Yeah, this is a choice. I could go there. If I go here, it could be single battle, no healing. It's probably here, actually, with Guts. Okay. T-Wave is... It can be worse than that. Okay, so Latios is paralyzed. It has a Lumberry. The Lumberry will activate on turn 1, but it won't activate on turn 0, so I'm still slow on turn 1. Basically, with Latios, there's no dynamic speed. Left, Whispering. It's rough. With Latios and Heracross paralyzed, it is rough to do doubles. This is a scenario where Tauros would be better. Perfect. So I'm gonna heal the paralysis. The thing about the pyramid is that it's all single battles. So you don't really I want to kill that. You don't really want... So in Pyramid, because it's all single battles, you never get sort of screwed over by Truants in the way that you do in battles where they send out a Pokemon after you are on your like recharge turn. So it's still below 280. It's still Dusclops. Yeah, there's Dusclops. It's sad that it missed Will-O-Wisp. Did we just kill? Was that like a minus defense nature Dusclops? That's crazy that we killed. Yeah, so like, if you have a really, really good team in Pyramid, there's basically one way you can lose, which is like, you face a trainer that has something like Quick Claw, Explosion, Regirock, and I don't know, like Steelix. I can't even, like, you need to face a trainer in doubles where the first Pokemon Quick Claw explodes and then the second Pokemon kills you. And you die in one turn, even though you got 3 Pokemon. Because it's Gen 3, you send in Pokemon in the same turn, they die. Or you're like down to 1 Pokemon and then like you keep using revives, but it's killing you too fast. Maybe it's like a Dragon Dance Elements or something, and you can run out of that. So like Dragon Dance Elements gets a Bright Powder miss on its ally using Explosion, like something crazy like that. But I think top Pyramid teams probably want to use a Steel or Ghost type, so they're not vulnerable to that. So you just have like Slaking, Gengar, Blissey or something. And as long as you've got resources, which you should do, I just don't think you can lose. I just killed another one. I actually want to use I want to use aromatherapy first. Milo, show up. It is momentum based. It's like really, really momentum based though. What's crazy about the pyramid is like they just put so much effort into the pyramid. We're looking for Milo because it does less damage to Blissey. I want to switch to Blissey and use aromatherapy. And Dusclops can use mean look on Blissey, which I don't want to have happen. Okay. So now we just need Heracross to get poisoned or burned. So we're looking for a Dusclops. We can also do it on Milo, but Milo is a tiny bit riskier in terms of the surf damage. I'd rather do it on Heracross and Dusclops. Perfect. Okay, we got burn. That's perfect. So this is the ideal scenario. Latios has used the PP up, Heracross is burned, and Blissey is like very, very slightly damaged. So all Pokemon can be healed, which means the partial heal room doesn't set us to being fully healed, which is what we want. Apart from the right, trainer, presence of people. I don't want to do a single battle right now. Okay, it's partial heal. 2. Ideally, that's not Heracross. Okay. It was Heracross and Blissey. No, the Guts ignores the attack halving, and you get the boost instead. Like Nick said. Whispering. I can totally do double battles now. It's much safer than singles. Dome is crazy. Dome is so cool. Typhlosion, Houndoom. So, Typhlosion 1 and 3 outspeed Heracross. I would normally switch, but the problem is Houndoom can kill Latios. So I don't love switching. And also it doesn't have to be Typhlosion 1 or 3. And Typhlosion 2 could target Latios. It's very unlikely that would happen though. Like, it has to fail the kill check for Flamethrower. Aerial Ace doesn't get +2 from being 4 times super effective. And then it chooses Latios in the tie. That's Typhlosion 2. That's like a crazy series of events. Typhlosion's going to hit Heracross, almost certainly. Houndoom. Let's think about Houndoom. So Houndoom 1 specifically can use Shadow Ball on Latios because it's not guaranteed to Flamethrower. However, Houndoom 1 is not very likely to Shadow Ball because first up, it probably wants to use Flamethrower. And second up, it wants to use Counter against Latios. And there's actually an additional thing here, which is that if Houndoom is Flash Fire, Typhlosion will want to use its Fire move into Flash Fire. I'm going to check what the plus score of that in Gen 3 is. So yeah, I think, yeah, if Houndoom overheats, it will be overheated into Heracross, which I'll be switching against. So Flash Fire is only +1 in Gen 3. So what I'm thinking is Heracross swaps out to Blissey, and Latios uses Thunderbolt or Calm Mind. Probably. I'm just wondering. I'm not sure actually if Thunderbolt Psychic kills every Typhlosion all the time, and I don't want Typhlosion 3 to survive on like 1. But if I Psychic Typhlosion 3, it's going to use Endure. So I probably am going Psychic Switch. If Typhlosion faints, I win. Unless Houndoom 1 gets like a crazy series of focus bands. It's tricky. Yeah, in terms of the facilities, like the actually, let me check. So it's overheat. It's double overheat. But Typhlosion's overheat sucked. It's Typhlosion free. And because Houndoom is white herb, it has to be Typhlosion free. It can't be Typhlosion 4 anyway with item clause. Oh, did I activate 35%? I'm going to be really sweaty here. I'm going to screenshot Typhlosion HP bar. Save it. Put it into a pixel inspector website. And see how much damage it did. So that's 14 pixels in, and then 49. And then the max length of the bar is 110. So it's at 36%. And it rounds down the HP bar, so it can't use Endure this turn. It has to be below 35% to Endure. But in case I'm wrong, I should Thunderbolt. In fact, I can Thunderbolt and Thunderwave. I'm pretty sure Typhlosion was going to activate Flash Fire fairly often there anyway. That's... I mean, Blissey wins anyway, to be honest. It's just annoying that Latios dies doing this. It's not great. Oh, it was the last room. It was the last room. Okay. I had forgotten. Okay, so this is the last Pike challenge with Dusclops. Unless I lose, and then it definitely isn't. But yeah, I think what's crazy about the pyramid is like there's just so much work going into the pyramids. You can actually tell when you look at the source code of the game. So the pyramid, they have these like procedurally generated floors, which there's a load of code for. They designed wild Pokemon for like, what is it, like 20 different, is it 21, 22 different levels of the pyramid? So the pyramid's got like 20-something versions. They designed trainer layouts for the whole pyramid, including procedural generation. They have that special animation as you go to the top of the pyramid to fight Brandon or just to complete the challenge. There's a special pyramid bag, which has completely different items to your usual game. They thought about not just what items you could find in the pyramid, they thought about it for level 50 and level 100. And they also... What was I going to say? Train of thought derailed. What else do they do? They also considered the pickup, the ability pickup. They have a special pickup table for the pyramid. Like, so much thought went into the pyramid. And it's the worst facility. It's crazy. My theory for Generation 3 Emerald is that they made the tower in Ruby and Sapphire, just like in Crystal. I think they wanted the pyramids to join the tower. And as they were building it, they realized, like, oh, the pyramid's not actually very good. And then they went and made a load of other facilities because there is not as much love in the palace, the arena, the Pike, even the factory. There was just not as much love. There is a fair amount of love in the dome, though. The dome is quite cool. Did I forget a facility there? Factory, dome, pike, tower, arena, palace, pyramid. No, that's all of them. So my theory is that they made the pyramid first, and then they made the dome, and then they kind of rushed it. Not that the other facilities are bad, but the pyramid and dome, there was definitely more development time. So presence of people is guaranteed to be a single battle. We can't do that. What are you going to do? Thunderwave? Hopefully that's Blissey. Okay, perfect. Well, not perfect, but could be worse. The aroma of Pokemon. I can do single battle. Blissey being paralyzed as singles is not that bad. And if it's wild, I can cure. Yeah, perfect. I'm just thinking, like, I don't want to waste all of my Earthquake PP, and that could eventually happen. I'm actually going to wait for Milo. Get rid of Latios's PP there. Perfect. Honestly, I need to do this, actually. For safety, for complete safety. Come on, Dusclops. It's your swan song. You aren't here much longer. Come on, Will-O-Wisp me. That's not Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp me now. You died. I'm surprised at Heracross killing. I know they have random IVs, but it is a bit surprising. One thing is I don't have to yeah, we're trying to burn Heracross. We don't have to burn Heracross. But it's the wild room, and if we burn or poison Heracross, then we're not as afraid of future status rooms. That's perfect. Okay, there we go. Center, Whispering. We can do that. I mean, Choice Band, Guts, Heracross, Earthquake is obviously a monstrous move. It's a little bit annoying that Heracross is slower than base 100s if they're fully invested. I think the bigger threat is Steelix. Okay, it's the same as Gen 4 Earthquake. Yeah, well, I miss Tauros, you know. I miss Tauros being fast in Latios. Hey, RF Programmer. I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna have to safety Check Steelix. Hey, Navad. We are putting some of your ideas into practice. So Navad is the guy who noticed the new bug in the Pike. Gosh. I'm a little bit scared of Ice Beam crit into Latios, but Swampert is very likely to waste its turn. Yeah, it's a new bug. I'll explain the next time it's relevant. Okay. Steelix did not Quick Claw, which was my main fear. Okay. Yeah, that there was a chance of that, unfortunately. So the bug is essentially when the player is fully healed, the way that the Pike generates hints is basically kind of deterministic. We know exactly what the next room is. It doesn't apply when we're not fully healed, but when we are fully healed, we actually know exactly what the hint room is. Unfortunately, with Heracross fainted, I don't think we can really take the double battle risk. We could easily come out of that with Latios badly damaged. Latios and Blissey aren't great alone into singles, but you know, they are the two best Pokemon in the frontier. Okay, what are you gonna do? Jesus. This is how streaks end. I do at least activate Lum immediately. What I really want this person to say is nostalgia. Please give me nostalgia. Whispering. I definitely can't take the double battle risk. Okay, that's huge. I want you to heal 2, and I want you to heal Heracross and Blissey. 1. Okay, please, Heracross. Okay, could be worse. It was completely random which one he healed. Only 2 rooms left in this set. This is a very cursed set. The right Aroma. I should take it. I'm a little bit scared of single battle, but with Heracross healed, not anywhere near as much. Okay, perfect. So I don't need to worry about taking damage on all of my Pokemon. That's not a concern because the next room is a final room. So, like being vulnerable to... Let's wait for Milo, actually. So being vulnerable to the partial heal, healing everyone, isn't that as much of an issue. We're just going to wait for Milo, so I have a good chance of avoiding taking damage on anyone else apart from Blissey. I can switch out with Natural Cure, but how do we heal the freeze? Like this. So Milo basically does nothing to me. And there we go. I do also have to heal that. That's 1 sleep turn, that's 2. It didn't go max sleep. I might want to be poisoned. I think I'd rather not. So. Okay, so we're in a damaged state, which is good. This is the final room. Do everything we can to avoid singles. Nostalgia, that's fine. That's a free room. Somehow the tracker lost count. I'm just going to restart that. They probably missed one of the rooms. I probably went through a bit too quickly. It takes screenshots every roughly every every second, every half second or so to try and understand what room I'm in, the overlay. So if I walk too fast, it can miss it. Path on the right. Whispering is rare. Anyway, this is the new bug. This is the bug that Navad found. So because this is whispering, what you would think is that it can be NPC or double, but actually it's guaranteed to be NPC. It cannot be double battle. It's impossible. Neat little find. It does also mean, though, that presence of people is the most common hint. Yeah, that is the most common hint by far. It happens half the time. But it's fine. The okay. I actually wouldn't have mind being status there. Yep, left. Always the most common one is presence of people. Okay, this is perfect. This is our new foe, Electrode. So, this wild Electrode... Explosion, self-destruct, thunder, and toxic. And if it is a positive speed nature, it can be fast in Heracross. Need to be a bit careful of that. Not a problem when Latios is on the front. Latios is always faster, of course. So you want to take damage on Latios. We've done that. I think so. What we'll try and do is we'll attempt toxic. Ooh. I'm not an expert on how likely the wild Milo is to get a free shot with Surf. Obviously, this one can. If it attacks again, I'll have to switch. That's fine. Looking for another Milo. Probably one with a slightly lower special attack IV. Perhaps I should have taken my advantage on that first one. Okay. So we're going to Thunder Wave you. Aromatherapy. Soft boiled. That's fine, I don't care. Toxic. Toxic me. That's annoying. Thanks, Ebreeze. Oh, we're gonna get it. No! Hit it. Gosh, this is exciting. No, stop missing. Toxic. I can't believe it's missed that again. That is crazy. It doesn't matter at all. I am actually at risk of running out of aromatherapy. I can't do this forever. Of course, you toxic. That is good damage, unfortunately. What about Heracross? Made you pick him? Basically, I like the idea of guts, and the Tauros Blissey switch cycle felt really bad. I think this Milo's actually out of toxic PP. I hadn't been counting, but it's very unlikely I'll need more than like 2 aromatherapies in a singles game. Toxic. Great. Running out of rest is not a problem. Just toxic. Just toxic me immediately. I'm close to walking out of here without any status. Very close. In fact, I might have to do it now. Because if I aromatherapy here, I'll be down to 2. If I go Heracross and get paralyzed or put to sleep, I'll be down to 1. I don't like being down to 1. I also don't like Blissey being poisoned though. Okay, 1 last chance. Damn it. I might stay in. It does double surf. Okay, I'm just gonna heal then. Don't you dare. Don't you dare toxic or hypnosis here. I actually have to run with that. I have to run with that. God damn it. What a disaster. Rest was finally used, but I actually ran out of time. How many softballs do I have left? 13. I mean, it's... Jesus. At least every Pokemon is harmed, so I'm not risking the partial heal being a full heal. Whispering. Okay, we'll take that. This is crazy. I just can't get over. Like, how many Toxics did Milo miss? 4? Like, that's definitely over 1 in 1,000. Clever. It's Charizard 4 that isn't faster than Heracross. The others are. God, wheezing exploding would be horrendous. No, Focus Band. So 4 is slower because it has 170 speed EVs, not 255. It is 4. What is the best way to order this? Because it's going to Earthquake. I know it's going to Earthquake for sure. Because it still sees Wheezing as alive. So Latios can do whatever. I'll just set up and kill it later. Like, maybe I just softball. I'm not sure how I feel about using aromatherapy. I could T-Wave aromatherapy soft-boiled. Yeah, it's like a bug in doubles, basically. Pretty much. I think I just soft-boiled and kill next turn. Oh wait, Overheat. So Overheat also has a chance being used because it's got weird AI. That is true. So I can switch and cure the natural poison with natural cure. I think that's better than the aromatherapy line. Overheat has weird AI. Under the waters. It was a lot more likely to Earthquake. Who's damaged? Everyone? Is Heracross damaged? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Whispering, but I have an almost healthy team. Let's see, not that useful in doubles anyway. It is doubles again. Page. So, Parasol Lady Page has Pokemon with weather moves. So this is Vileplume 4 and Porygon 2, 2. They're both Sunny Day sets. I don't love Thunder Wave happening. Let's have a look at the AI. So it's Vileplume 4. Vileplume 4 not broken. Porygon 22 not broken. So they're not broken. Double Sunny Day is possible. Yep. It doesn't understand what it's selected with the other Pokemon. So I think the major thing is kill Porygon, because Thunder Wave is annoying. The Quick Claw is whatever. If it goes off, I don't care. It did go off. Quick Claw, Sunny Day, classic. So the major consideration now was that Vileplume could have got a Quick Claw, Sludge Bomb, crit, and then my decision with Heracross would have mattered. Final room. Center. People. Okay, it is a single battle. The shame. Tristan. I believe Tristan is a trainer who only has... I spelled Tristan wrong. He only has starters, yeah. He only has starters. Any set, but only starters. Okay, it's Typhlosion 1. What is annoying about you is Smoke Screen, but I don't kill at +1 anyway. Yeah, that's whatever. I'll have to think about what to do. Or do I guess what I meant to do is frickin' fully stall this. How tricky is that? I've still got plenty of PP. Okay, fun match incoming. So we do this so that Latios gets a full setup without Smoke Screen. It does require a Omega stall out though. It'll use all of these Smoke Screen and Sunny Days first, and then it will start roaring at the end. And Roar has 20 PP. Well, it used Roar once against Blissey. Focus. I guess this is free. Please stop getting fully paralyzed. I need you to act a lot faster than this. Stop it. Now, is that 20 or is that 19? I've got a feeling that was... I've got a strong feeling it was 19. Because it only wasted 1 at the start. I was wrong. That's fine. Let's not derp around. Focus band is possible to activate, but it's at least no focus band in the back. So Blaziken, there was one Quick Claw set. And no Bright Powder. Nostalgia, so it's guaranteed to be status, of course. That's not great. Left, trainer. No, thank you. A little bit tougher. Cheated one. A little bit tougher now because it's a double status, but I think with Heracross on the team, it is... Heracross on the team and Lumberry intact, I actually do go for this. I would like Will-O-Wisp. Crud. Okay. At least it's not Heracross. Nostalgia. Well, 50% to get cured. 50% for Heracross to also get a status. Surely Heracross wouldn't also be frozen. Honestly, I probably don't take it. I probably don't. I think it's so bad if Heracross gets slept or frozen. Oh my god, you're joking. Yeah. Alana is any set. Fuck. I'm very scared about Latios going down. And I'm stuck on Earthquake and I hit Blissey. So Latios is not actually frozen. It's going to instantly Lumberry. Definitely care about the scouting the sets. Let's put on the numbers. I think I Earthquake. I'm just wondering if it's actually better to target Medicham or Metagross. I'm scared of Medicham 4. There's a lot of Metagross sets I'm very afraid of though. Oh, it uses up the turn. I thought it didn't. Is that unique to freeze? Is that unique to freeze? I didn't know that. It's Medi-free. It's guaranteed to be a Quick Claw Metagross, and they both have Explosion. Jesus. Don't you dare. Do I switch? Actually, it is Metagross 5 because it used Brick Break. Metagross 8 would have used Meteor Mash. It is Metagross 5, it's not 8. I can't do anything about Quick Claw Explosion, and it kills everything it hits. I could switch. I think I'd rather have Blissey on its own than Latios on its own, though. Blissey can win singles games more often than Latios can. Okay, no Quick Claw. That could have gone so much worse. I genuinely thought I consumed the Lumberry and I got to use my move on turn 1. Because that definitely happened last run, but maybe it was only with other status effects. Okay, so that makes freeze much, much worse than I thought. Nostalgia. So on room 10, which is the next room, it would be 3 Pokemon being statused. Obviously, Blissey is already frozen. That's not good, though. I wonder if I take another path. I'm just really worried about running into single battle, no healing. Okay, good. So just wait for Milo to show up. Actually, I can use the first soft world now, but I don't want to. I don't want to switch ideally. So let's see if we can get the natural cure. The problem with this is that Surf could simply crit. So it's the slow way round. Interesting, so that matters, is it? The Latios moving first is the reason. That's bizarre. It does make sense. It's really weird, though. Right. Let's see the toxic. Perfect. Probably as fast as to go back. Honey sweet. Yeah, it probably is better overall to T-wave it. I'll attempt it. There it is. Heracross is at 121. I'll tell you what, I'll wait. I'll wait to see what the hint is, and then we can decide on if I'm going to soft world. Whispering. It is whispering. I should do it then. Okay. Restore 1. El Clasico. Who have you restored? It is, of course, Heracross. Da-da. 24. That is not bad. If only I had points to gain. I wonder if it can overflow. I'm pretty sure I just get stuck at 9999 though. I definitely would have overflowed in Gen 4. Cool. Last set. Left. Whispering. Guaranteed NPC. Left. Whispering. I wouldn't mind being status, but I don't want to risk a single battle. Left. Whispering again. Left. Ah. The triathlete and the swimmer. It's Dorothy. Umbreon Hariyama. What is Dorothy? Dorothy is set 2. Okay, that's good to know. Umbreon 2 is quite a different animal in doubles, I feel. So incredibly likely to use Curse and Double Team very early. It's an incredibly passive Pokemon. Obviously, Hariyama 2 is Quick Claw. I'm pretty sure it's impossible for Latios to faint, but just in case it is, let's make sure that... Okay, there's the Quick Claw. Yeah, even if it had been Ice Punch into Latios, which doesn't seem very likely. And we get the roll on that as well. The Ice Punch freeze, I have a Lumberry still for that. And I'll heal Heracross if it is a hint that suggests I should. Left. People. We could be entering hard single battle. We could be entering doubles. In both of those cases, I'd want Heracross full. Okay. Gloria is the trainer. Ah, yes, this is a set 1 or 2. So, where's Gyarados? Gyarados is 1 and 2, yep. And Hariyama is any set. Okay. And I've been intimidated. So the real concern is definitely the chance of fake out. I guess the worst thing that could actually happen probably is fake out into Latios and T-Wave into Heracross. That would be annoying. Don't think I really care about Gyarados 2. What else could go wrong? We could get another Quick Claw interaction from Hariyama 2. My gut is to Thunderbolt Gyarados. Probably followed up with a Brick Break as well. Okay, it's Hariyama 1. And it's Gyarados 1. Okay. It could be worse. I'm considering just double targeting Hariyama, bringing Blissey in and aromatherapy. Because I don't like something being paralyzed. It's either that or I go after Gyarados. Is there some trick? You basically just have to time it in the arcade. Like it's like a timing. It's like a reaction. Just get into the rhythm of it. I'm not amazing at it, but yeah, a sufficiently skilled player does it every time, I guess. Yeah, basically. Worst thing that could happen here is a crit cross chop. It's difficult to practice though because the start of the arcade, the roulette moves very slowly, which I'm sure you know, and it slowly gets faster. So practicing at the start doesn't help at like match 42. Got a weird amount of HP on these Pokemon. Yeah, I agree. That's what I do. I try and look for a group of good squares instead of just specifically hitting one. But if you're really good, you can probably do anything. Aroma. It's a bit interesting. So, what do I want to do here? Preparing for a single battle. My gut feeling is heal Latios. Half health Blissey still fully capable of stalling out special attackers. I can't remember exactly when it gets faster, but yes, it does get faster. I think it might get faster at 14 as well. I think the lowest game speed right at the start, I think it's almost impossible to miss. I don't think healing Heracross for 30 will matter much. Okay. I've taken damage on Latios already. It's fascinating how important the wild matchup is in terms of the matchup into your Pokemon. So I think what I'll do here is I'll go Heracross with the intention of using Rest. But actually, I've been hit by Toxic, so I might leave that. Try and get out of this without using aromatherapy now. Perfect. I like to think that it's always 50-50 to player wins. I can soft build onto Heracross. Whispering. Yeah. Siphon. Okay, I think it's the hiker, right? It's the hiker who has higher priority. Just double check. I'm pretty sure hikers are all any set, and they are. So because they're both rock type, they both cannot earthquake. Rhydon 1, Rock Tomb Scary Face. Rhydon 2 is incredibly likely to Horn Drill. Rhydon 3 and 4 will Mega Horn Latios. Aggron. So Aggron 1 wants to Aerial Ace. It's not at... No, it's adamant. Okay, fuck. Aggron 2, T-Wave. Aggron 3, who cares? Well, it's going to Fire Blast. That's the biggest thing that I could care about. And Aggron 4, Aerial Ace as well. The only downside to Earthquake is the fact that if Horn Drill hits Latios, I am Earthquaking Blissey. Quick Claw Horn Drill into Latios. It has to be Rhydon 2. The same actually happens with Mega Horn though. Quick Claw Mega Horn. It actually can't be Aggron 1 or 4 as well because of Quick Claw. It's Aggron 2 or 3, which is potentially a reason to actually use Brick Break into Rhydon, but I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, like, if it's Aggron 2, it's going to T-Wave Latios. Why does every Rhydon have Quick Claw? Because this game is evil. I think we Earthquake. If I don't Earthquake, bad things can happen. I guess what I should be really concerned about is the chance that Rhydon 2 Horn Drills Heracross with a Quick Claw. Yeah, if that happens, I definitely need to Ice Beam it. It does live, of course. Please just don't Quick Claw me. Perfect. 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 I guess Aggron has potential Bright Powder. Ooh. It's crazy how that match either goes really well or really poorly based on Quick Claw. Tell me what to do. Left. Trainer. Don't like that. Don't like single battle no healing. I'm a little bit vulnerable to a status room here, but at least Heracross is poisoned. Oh my god. Toxic. Okay, that's the best one by far. Actually, Burn was better, but it's fine. Oh, it's the last room. That was a quick one. Should we do another one? Let's do another one. This is the real last one. I've lost count again. The real last one. It must have missed one of the previous rooms in that set. Come on. Whispering. Left. Whispering. Aroma Pokemon. That's fine. In fact, that's better than Whispering. So, Latios is now damaged, which is good. Okay. Toxic. 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 Amazing. Okay. And now... Surf. That's fine. I think what I'm going to do is actually let that stand on Blissey. Just from experience. I know that trying to aromatherapy and then re-poison Heracross, it can go badly wrong. Left. Trainer. No, thank you. Okay, so it's guaranteed to hit Latios. Okay, I'm just entirely poisoned. Okay. Nostalgia. So it's actually guaranteed to be a partial heal. How do I feel about partial heal? I don't want it to go on to Heracross, but if I don't take it, it can be a single battle, no healing. So I have to take it, really. 2. Latios Blissey. Amazing. Yes. The center. Whispering. Amazing. And it's an NPC room. Is it legal to have this power? Yes. The left. Whispering. Nostalgia. Ooh, how do I feel about Latios and Blissey getting potentially frozen? How do I feel about a single room on room 10? Single battle, no healing. It's a bit risky both ways. Okay. I feel like they intended the Pike Pokemon to have the same mechanic where you can't run away from them as a pyramid, but they just kind of forgot. The right. The aroma of Pokemon. That is fine. It is a trainer. Breeders are set for 21 IV trainers. So it's Typhlosion 4. The drop. Do I want to attack? Do I value the HP? Sceptile. It does have Bright Powder. It does also need to crit me to kill me, though. Just don't miss? Okay. I am fully healed, so this is a hint we know for certain. Center. His presence. It's guaranteed to be a single battle. So obviously I want to dodge that. Okay. This is still better than singles. Yeah, you're right. It is crazy that they put in Wobbuffet at 840. Like, they were expecting players to get to 840. The gold symbol is at 140. They were expecting people to get that far? Like, I don't know. And then in the factory, they were like, I don't know, if they get past round 9, whatever. So it's Camper Armando is sending up both Pokemon. Camper Armando is a 21 IV, set 4 trainer. It's guard 4, Houndoom 4. So the big risk here is the bright powder on Gardevoir, I would say. So there's nothing. There is no way for them to ever kill Heracrot. Heracrot is guaranteed to kill Houndoom. This is over. What is the best sequence? Probably getting an Ice Beam Freeze into Gardevoir. Do I want to Calm Mind? Not really. Don't really want to be crit by Ice Punch. It's made of lead. Nice miss. It's fine. There's no way Gardevoir's beating both of these two. It's probably worth Thunderwaving. Yeah, nice bright powder, mate. See ya. By the way, I possess luck in abundance. It's just luck. Just get lucky. Not bad. I was kind of hoping getting further than this, but whatever. The faffing around in wild rooms does slow the run down quite a lot, but I think it adds a lot of safety. What I need to think about is whether or not I keep rest on Heracross. And I'm not sure if I will or not. I'm also not sure if I'll keep Heracross. It's tough. The choice band slot is tough. There's nothing that really fits ideally. Like I don't really like the idea of Salamence. It might be Salamence. I don't really like it. I don't like slacking that much either. It might be slacking. I'm considering slacking. Quite realistically, it could be slacking. I think it has to be faster than base 80. I think if I'm slower than that, I'm really running into trouble of just not being functional. Like 145 is not a real speed stat at level 50. I could maybe justify Medicham. Maybe. I wouldn't feel great about it. Perhaps when I'm past the Electrode rooms, I can consider Medicham lead. I don't like it very much. I really don't like it very much. And the big one is Flygon. Flygon cheeses the AI so hard. My PB is with Flygon. But I had luck. I had the not live streaming luck. Right. Can I raid anyone? Or maybe if my browser loads Twitch, I can. On is sweet. Not seeing anyone playing Factory. Not in Emerald. Nope. Do I have a raid target in Gen 4? Nope. Yeah, I think honestly the interaction that I was talking about with Nevada in the stream, Taurus being faster mean that Latios activating its Lumbarian doubles. That's quite a serious thing to consider. Like, I'm really thinking about that for bringing back Taurus. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Taurus has a little bit of a power problem. A little bit of a power problem. I can't find anyone to raid, guys, so I'll end it there. Be live on Friday. And there might be a video coming out tomorrow or Friday. There might be a video. We'll see how fast I can edit it. Go. Thanks for watching, guys.